So are you someone who struggled to speak English even though you know the concepts of grammar? I remember when I was struggling the way you are right now, I had done every single thing, read every possible books on grammar, yet finding it difficult to articulate and make comprehensive sentences to make myself understandable. And in today's video, I'm going to address this crucial issue and share the science behind it and what are certain steps that you can follow to get advanced communication skills. So without any further ado, let's get started. I have come across several examples of people who just simply come and say that they are really good at writing. Let's understand people who are good at writing but unable to speak effectively. The core or the modus operandi behind it is that when it comes to writing, they get enough time to do so. But when it comes to speaking, it's not possible to gather things at random and they get completely confused and at times go completely blank. And I can completely understand. So the analogy, the science behind it is that speaking is a combination of two aspects. It can be done with the help of conscious and subconscious mind. In Hindi we speak Chetan and Avchetan mind. When it comes to grasping the concepts of grammar, we do so by using our conscious, our front part of the brain. But when it comes to speaking, it happens through subconscious, and subconscious is responsible for habits, for our actions, attitudes, and the kind of commitments that we make. Now, what happens that whenever we try to learn grammar through conscious, of course, we cannot speak it effectively because at times of speaking, our subconscious doesn't respond, and out of our habit, the habit is making mistakes in English, we end up making the same mistakes. Now, the best way to overcome this problem is, of course, practice. But then again, practicing English has two components. First one is insanely practice or practicing insanely. In this, what majority, or rather I would say 87% of the people do follow this approach. And this approach will never give you any results. This approach is simply trying to learn grammar, write down the notes, and then try or speak on it with people who are mediocre or who have lesser knowledge than you. But this method doesn't help. It will for sure help you to grab concepts of grammar and become good at grammar, but it's not going to help in speaking English fluently. The second way to practice this language is practicing sanely. And in this method, you learn the concepts of grammar, but you speak on genuine things. You speak on daily things. You speak on topics which interests you. I see a lot of people, they speak on globalization, pollution, population, COVID-19, and at times on other topics like globalization. During your initial phase of learning this language, I highly recommend you to completely say no to these topics, to completely avoid these topics. These topics are good whenever you are applying for any job or in group discussions, but during your initial journey of learning this language, you should talk less about these things. Over a period of time, you can speak on them. Once you are good at English, during your initial days, you need to speak on topics which are relatable to you, which you can relate to your life. For example, what are the benefits of learning English language? This question is going to impact you and your life directly. Your life struggles, you can talk about it. What you can do to improve yourself. You can also talk about topics like the books or hobbies that you have. You can also share your point of views on the movies that you watch or the sports that you play. You can also talk about topics like everything starts from zero. You can talk about the power of discipline, power of consistency. What are your ambitions in life? What are your goals in life? Why do you have what you have? What kind of goals do you want to achieve in life? You can also talk about your struggles, your wishes, your blessings, whatever good that's been happening to you. In short, whenever you are in the process of learning this language, you need to speak on topics that are relatable to your life and not something which is beyond. Because that way, whenever you speak out of your experience, your subconscious has the information. Your subconscious mind is responsible for storing images and information. And once you speak out of your experience, it becomes easier for the subconscious to support you. And if you try to speak on any strange or random topic, for sure subconscious won't help because it doesn't know the message information, and again you will struggle. So that's my high recommendation. During your initial journey, do not speak on any topic at random. Talk on topics that really interests you. For me, when I started my journey, it's book reading, which literally interested me. And trust me, I spoke a lot about many books that I read, and it literally helped me to get my confidence and speak English confidently. So whatever tips I'm sharing with you, these are scientifically proven and being done by me. Now, whenever you practice, insanely practice, you also need an expert who can listen to you, or maybe a friend who knows this language better than you, so that he can listen to you, pay close attention and share the necessary feedback. Now this feedback mechanism is something that can completely change your life, because just like you cannot learn driving by reading books, similarly you cannot learn English by reading books. Of course, it can be one of the tools that you can use, but you need to speak and get feedback from people who know this language better than you. That way they can guide you where you make mistakes, and at the same point of time you will be notified time and again. So imagine out of habit, if you make the same mistakes, then your friend's feedback over a period of time, or I can say repeated feedback, will help you and trigger your subconscious to get it. I remember one of my students, who still is my student, told to me once, he always had a habit of using listen only. And if you are aware of this fact in grammar, you should use to preposition after listen always. So it's not I listen music, it should be I listen to music. So whenever I gave this repeated feedback to him, he just says that now he doesn't forget this rule. Not because he didn't know this rule earlier, but because he got the feedback multiple times, and that helped him to retain this information. So remember this point, focus on sanely practice, speak on things that interests you, which is really personal to you, which you are close to, that's in close proximity with your memories, and at the same time practice in front of an expert or your friend who knows this language better than you. And always remember, this is a bonus tip. Whenever you are in the process of learning this language, always try to maintain your calm and speak slow. Let me repeat once again, speak slow. Fluent English speaking doesn't mean that you need to speak really fast. I have seen best speakers of the industry, and trust me, they highly recommend people to speak slow, because it gets enough time for your mind to process the information and support you in the best possible way. If you speak too fast, your mind won't get enough time to think, and correspondingly you won't be able to speak. So speak slowly in the initial days, and trust me, this tip has helped me and it's going to help you a lot. I hope this video is going to help you certainly in some ways or another. If it is, please drop me in the comment section what you liked, and make a promise that yes, you are going to follow the steps that I have told to you. And always remember that English is never complicated. It is easy, but the methods that we follow makes it complicated. So we need to focus on adopting the right method, because as the saying goes, direction is more important than speed. So you need to follow the right solutions, simple effective solutions which can help you. So if you are new to this channel, I highly recommend you to consider subscribing this channel. Press the bell icon so that you can never miss any update. The most important point is that after listening to this video, just do not go for sleep or scroll down to another one. Write down all the points and start enacting upon it from day one itself, and I believe you will get your results. I hope this video has helped you a lot, and I will meet you in the next video. Till then, take care. God bless you. Keep learning and keep growing. Thank you.